morning, everybody, and welcome to London, I guess, and to this first amazing event. It really does look great. Looks really, really good. So OTT, we're going to talk to you all about what OTT actually does, but I thought before we kind of get into that, I want to talk to you about what's changed, because in the last 2 years there has been such phenomenal change, as we all know. But I thought I'd talk to you from the perspective of how it's been with our particular platform, where we have more than 200,000 members globally registered from the travel trade, and suppliers communicate with them. So in 2020, that's when the pandemic hit, we saw 3 times normal traffic onto OTT, all absolutely trying to devour information as to what was going on. So we were sending out practically daily newsletters sort of saying airlines are grounding. This is going to get more positive, by the way. Airlines are grounding, ships are, stopping sailing, destinations are closing. It was pretty grim, and everyone was pretty fearful as well. So we also then managed, because we've got so many different courses from suppliers and destinations, we put COVID top tabs there so that you could put all your information about COVID, and people then went on to make COVID websites, would you believe, to explain in real time what was going on. Then Feuell came along, and of course the industry started to think about what was going on, and they took solace actually in OTT. So we found lots of destinations, in particular the courses and the course passes just rocketed as people were kind of really getting into escapism, is what they told us. So they were sort of writing to us saying, thank goodness we can do this. So we moved on into webinars, and from that the destinations started, how do you promote yourself when your destination is closed? So we went into what we call coffee break webinars, where we taught the trade something new, and again that was uplifting. We kind of then went over to Finland, and we found yoga by the lake. I went over to Grenada, and we picked fruit in Grenada. Gibraltar, they did some paddle boarding, so teaching the trade how to do paddle boarding. And so you did feel like you were traveling, even though you weren't, because at the core of the industry, if you cut us all through the middle, we all just love travel. So we felt, we didn't realize that we could fill that need, but that was really important. Then, of course, as we get into 21, people are thinking, no, not another year. This is really moving forward. And then it started to really bite even harder into the industry, especially as furlough came to a close. And then the industry started losing people to outside of the industry, and jobs were being lost, as we're all aware of. Then this phenomena called the Great Resignation seemed to be taking hold from America. Apparently 4.5 million people resigned. But it wasn't just job losses there, it was lifestyle. So it was people deciding things were a bit too stressful and wanted to try something different. Retiring early was a big one as well. So globally, there's been this big phenomena. So what we're going to be seeing... Oh, sorry. Hope you've been hearing me. I won't start again. No, that'd just be too boring. I've been a bit depressing, but I'm going to get better. So now we're going to see a whole tsunami of new people coming into the industry, and in fact already in the last couple of months, we have paid-for courses, which is where you're learning how to do GDS and IATA courses. We've trebled in revenues just on that part of the sites, and beginning to see the green shoots of new people joining and coming along. And at World Travel Market, I met a few people that had been in other industries. Like one was a geography teacher, and he was so happy to come back and represent Kennedy Space Center all over again, which was really, really good. So then, of course, in the beginning of this year, Omicron aside, restrictions have been lifted, and suddenly we were getting reports of bookings and everybody feeling a lot more confident about it. And then it's feeling more sure-footed, isn't it, as you go along to that this is going to last. And then what do we get? We get a war. And we think, oh no, on absolutely everything else, surely we don't need a war. So, but what did companies do as a strategy, particularly destinations, but any particular supplier? I saw 2 distinctive ways. They either went, bunker, we'll come out when it's all good again, or they kind of went big. And Bosnia, I don't know if Bosnia's in the room. Bosnia is a really good example of Bosnia. So their strategy was, we are going to talk to the world. We're going to communicate with as many travel agents and travel trade buyers and tour operators as we possibly can. And they came to OTT and they said, we don't want just one course. No, we want multiple courses to really explain about our beautiful country. And they created a huge collection of courses on OTT. And they've been marketing all throughout last year. And I know that those that kept that presence alive will do really well, because yes, there's a war, it's elephant in the room. What do you do about it? Well, if you go into a bunker and you're not seen, then people also with you will think, oh, it's a bit dangerous to go there, or it's out of sight, out of mind, and the trade will promote other destinations. It's literally as simple as that, because in COVID times, pandemics, about fear, isn't it? People not booking because they're fearful. So if you can show that you're there, you're loud, you're proud. Even Gran Canaria had a volcano go off. They kept marketing. Apparently some people like going to see volcanoes, is what she said. But she kept going, and destinations need to get going. If you do, then it's showing that this is okay, this is great to travel to, this is safe, this is fine, I'm confident about it, and you will do it. Because everyone had the same budget, as in they had no budget. But yet Bosnia went big, even though they had no budget, next to another country which went into a bunker, and now we're not really seeing much of them. So I know times are tough, I know budgets are difficult, I appreciate all of that, but just bear that in mind, because Harvard or some studies will come out on marketing once we've gone past this piece, and we can see who's actually done well from which strategy that they take. Right, so before I hand you over to Kenny, the last thing also to mention is it's a multi-channel approach. So where we've got events back, which is brilliant. I went to the Singapore tourism event last week, and they had a great seminar, but it was also live streamed as well. So I think face-to-face physical events like this are here to stay. They're really great ways to meet people. Virtual is just as important now, so a blend of both. Communicating on all the channels. If you're sending a press release, you send it to us, you communicate with the trade, and you communicate with the media, and all the other ways that you do. You just think of all your touch points, and the world really has changed. A lot of people are now working from home, remote. How do you reach them? And you're going to have to reach them in all different ways, and that's probably another 5 minutes to explain. But in the meantime, Kenny will show you how we actually managed to reach the trade and what OTT does. So over to you, Kenny.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to, obviously, a face-to-face event, which is obviously, it's lovely to be here. And welcome to London as well. So the main thing, what is OTT? So you're probably sitting there going, what the hell is OTT? So OTT is online travel training. And we help agents and have access to over 150,000 agents, especially within the UK, over 200,000 globally. But we are the largest global product training and marketing platform for the travel industry. And why do we exist? So we exist internally, obviously, basically, to train the travel trade and help you guys communicate your messages out to those really, really important people who are actively selling your brand. So think about kind of like how do you get their messages out, and how do you create engaging content? You've got a lot of the content already, which you may have through your trade platforms, or money spent on marketing materials such as collateral that you've all got on your tables today. So not only are we obviously a digital platform, we do host online events and face-to-face events as well. But OTT, we do operate in 17 languages. And we have won 9 coveted awards, obviously, throughout since we've been going, since Julius set the business up in 2008. But with restrictions and entry requirements into different destinations changing all of the time, having this information at the fingertips of a travel agent is ultimately very, very important. So since my working career, I started in retail, worked through various retail roles, been a travel agent myself, worked in distribution, commercial. So it is so important, and I am very, very passionate to be able to give travel agents the toolbox that they need. And that's why we partnered with New Deal Europe. So we have very, very successful partnerships with LATA, Parta, Antor, where we are there. We give them online presence and the access to thousands and thousands of travel agents to ultimately get them trained. So we follow 3 kind of like main concepts, which is learn, inspire, and connect. But why do we work with New Deal Europe? So now 68% of the travel professionals are now remote workers. Now that's up 29% since 2019. And how do you reach and teach them? So think how you are actually getting involved with the trade and how you get your messages out there. And obviously the pandemic has caused confusion and disruption, but the trade talk to your consumers, so they need that information. So we have the New Deal Europe Academy, which basically just provides you an extra pair of hands to be able to communicate with those trade representatives that are selling your brand. So your BDM team, or if you haven't got a foot on the floor down in the UK, we are your virtual account management tool to be able to do that. And we've got a fantastic offer for everyone, obviously, in the room, which gives you the ability to join the New Deal Europe Marketplace, which you can see on here. So Julia and I will be sat at the back of the room today as well, where we will demonstrate. I'm conscious of time because it's the bleep a bit on there. But the demo of the page is kind of like understanding how you can educate, inspire, and communicate with the travel trade in the digital world. So for partners, our OTT mission is simple. It's to give travel brands access to the largest global travel trade community. That's ultimately it. And agents who have taken the time to engage with the travel trade. So on the screen here, you'll see the brilliant capital of Croatia, Zagreb. I think it was Zagreb in the room today. There we are, so from Croatia. So you'll see their beautiful course here. And essentially, it's a brilliant way to bring to life the destination. So think about how travel professionals do learn. This will give them the reason to actually go through. The travel agents will work through the lessons you'll see there. It's a three lesson course, which includes top tabs at the top. And I know I've got some meetings with you all today, so I will demonstrate Zagreb's course. So I'm sure they're very proud to be up there on the screen there. But I'm sure the question is, why do people actually do it? So, and that is to literally have access, as we say, to the largest global travel trade. So, in 2020, obviously it was a difficult time getting the right details out to the trade, getting the right messaging out. So this is our new, obviously, company directory, our trade directory. Now, it's a great way to obviously get exposure and have all of your up-to-date contact information. So if you do join the New Deal Europe Academy, you'll have a company page on there as well, which is included, which travel agents come to and to actually be able to get information. They will see all of the courses within the tabs. So, and it's a brilliant way to be able to have all of your correct contact details, your social media information. So now you can decide to have your own company page, which comes with a unique URL from your course as well, or you can be included in the New Deal Europe one. So, and we will go through that today. Obviously, as I say, I've got the meetings there, but Julia and I will be at the back of the room. So how do you get involved? Obviously, you can sign up today. The New Deal Europe Academy, it's great that we've got the Bosnia courses, we've got Zagreb, there's a few brands obviously there. But it is a difficult time. So you can talk to us today. Obviously, I will have my business cards as well, and I'm sure that the gents will be able to obviously share my information out to you as well. But the focus is that we handhold you all the way through. So there is the opportunity to build your course. So we will build your course for you, and New Deal Europe with our partnership. So, and you will have access, obviously, to all of those travel trade. So it's literally 5 easy steps. So obviously, you will talk to New Deal Europe. You have got the content already, so we can get your course up quite soon, and do that. And then it's all in the continuation of the marketing. So as Julia said, so the results and engagement. So we do the marketing, obviously, online alongside New Deal Europe. But there are 5 reasons, essentially, and I wrote a blog very recently on why be on OTT. And it complements, as Julia said, it's a full blended approach. So it complements your direct training. It complements, obviously, the people, your face-to-face events, and it gives you the ability to control those agents and obviously understand where they're learning from, the travel agent's details. So you get a real create, engage pot of agents that are your brand ambassadors. So you can delve into that data to make the most of in-person sales missions. So if you are over here, you're able to track the agents that are going on and completing it. If you're doing sales missions or calls, you're promoting your course, you're able to see all of those agents' details who have completed the course and then proactively communicate with them as well. It's keeping up the conversation with your engaged agents. So using the New Deal Europe marketing piece that they receive as part of our partnership to communicate through newsletters, website marketing. And it also, you can add that personal touch with the company page, with obviously your own branding. The Zagreb course, as you saw on the screen, is fully branded as Zagreb. It's just powered by OTT on there. So it's a trade tool to give you the additional exposure to all of those fantastic travel agents around the world. So if you want to talk to travel agents, you really do need to be on the New Deal Europe. So, because it will save money in the long run in terms of your sales missions, but it's proactive in the terms of what you can promote and how you can talk to the travel trade, because it is fully scalable. So you be able to see all of the reporting and God, I can't get my words out, analytics Monday morning, sorry. And also, we are sustainable. It helps you to reduce your carbon footprint. It means less flights over to various different destinations, less telephone calls, and obviously in a world of sustainability where it shouldn't be a touch point, it should just be a general conversation, it should just be as is, but we do assist with that as well. So any full course that is on OTT, we launched our new sustainability sector where travel agents can come and learn about sustainable brands, because it is very, very important. So you can include that in your course as well. So obviously, I would love to talk to everyone in the room today, so and tell you how you can benefit, obviously, of joining the New Deal Europe Academy. As we say, we're going to pitch ourselves at the back of the room on the right-hand side, because the table's a little bit taller and stuff like that. So, so please, obviously, come and speak to Julia and myself. I will be working the room. I've got meetings with various of members within the room today, and I think that's it. Would you like to finish?
I'd like to say thank you very much and have a great day today.
Lovely. Thank you, everyone.